to deal with housing stabilization in the various neighborhoods that the gentleman was talking about. And we got to do it not in a shotgun approach. We've got to do it very consistently, so that at the end of the day, we can see where that $11 million is going. There is resources out there to do what we're talking about. For whatever reason, the city has been asleep at the switch. The city has not been involved with going out, putting the kinds of partnerships in place that are required to get this thing done. The first thing we've got to do, we've got to be dealing with the stabilization of these neighborhoods and creating jobs and getting businesses there. We've got to stabilize the housing. You drive through parts of Jackson and you see ghost towns, houses, too many houses boarded up, dilapidation everywhere. The program we're about to announce will deal with the stabilization of neighborhoods through the restoration and repair and renovation of some of this housing. Housing that's been foreclosed on, housing that's in need of repair. And when that housing is not reparable, you can't repair it, it's going to be torn down and new stuff's got to be built. That's how you stimulate business development. Business follows residential. If folks think that a residential area is going down, the first thing that happens is businesses pull out. We've got to restructure the city's incentive program so that it speaks to these neighborhoods as opposed to downtown. Most of what the city is offering is for the benefit of downtown and in these commercial areas. But what needs to happen is we need to put that resource into our neighborhoods. You know, being a legislator and being over there in that Capitol, I think I know a little bit about what's doable and what isn't. And having worked for payment in lieu of taxes for the last few years, I know that it's not going to happen. We've tried every year to do it, to get it done, and it doesn't happen. And one of the reasons, the primary reason that it doesn't happen, is legislators who come from a lot of the hills and hollows and backwoods of Mississippi do not have confidence in the leadership of the city of Jackson. It's as simple as I can put it. They're not going to do it until they have confidence that the leadership is a quality of leadership that can get things done and make stuff happen. And even a payment in lieu of taxes is not going to solve our street problems. The bill I just passed the other day is not going to be the total panacea to our street problems. It provides $14 million a year for street repair, another $7 million for public safety. That's not the panacea that we need. It helps certainly, but it's not the panacea. What the city is going to have to do is it's going to have to reprioritize its budget. And the two areas that it needs to do so are public safety, putting cops on the street and doing other things to ensure public safety, and dealing with this infrastructure. Now, this infrastructure problem didn't happen overnight. It didn't happen in the last 4 years. It actually goes back about 20 years when we stopped maintaining our streets and stopped putting the adequate money that we needed in the budget to be able to deal with the infrastructure needs and the public safety needs of the city. The problem that we've got is that the folks who were making the decisions back then didn't prioritize and didn't have enough of an understanding of where we were headed to be able to maintain these streets in the way that they need to be maintained. This is a situation that has not happened overnight. Didn't start overnight. It's not going to be finished overnight. But we do have a start. And the start is that we've got another $14 million if we pass this measure that the legislature approved is going to the governor. It's a start. It'll help us, but it will not be the panacea that we all think it is. The state can help. We need to have a great opportunity to partner with the state. But until the leadership changes, it's not going to happen.